Hey everybody, my name is Kadim and welcome back for another video of Franchise Hockey Manager 6. We're going to continue this series, obviously. As you can see, we are with our brand new team. We are finished up with Hamilton Tigers. We won the cup last year. If you guys missed the video, go ahead and check it out. You missed quite a lot actually because it was my last year as under the Hamilton Tigers contract. And now they're basically, they don't even exist anymore, right? Both Lester Patrick and me are gone. And we went to this team. Once again, everywhere I go, I bring Lester Patrick with me, basically. So I got him. And also, one thing that's been happening is that Hamilton, right, got replaced by a new team, a new name, which is the NHL, not the NHL, but the New York Americans. So they are now on New York. So it should say on history wise. Let me see really quick. Yeah, it says exactly what I thought it would say. The New York Americans are the one winning the two Stanley Cups. Here over here it's gonna say the Hamilton Tigers, but over here in the championship stats, they're gonna say the American, the closest team that won it, right? The closest name. But I'm always gonna say the Hamilton Tigers are the one winning the cup, and they got replaced by the New York Americans now. Very interesting, isn't it? And also, I did do something. After ending the video, I did do the trades I was supposed to do. I did make two huge trades. I gotta show it to you guys. Really huge trades. I don't think it's gonna help us out tremendously, but it's at least gonna help us compete a little bit better than we would have with the amount of garbage players we had. So we did 3 trades, or did we? I think yeah, we did 3 trades in total. So here they are. First one, we gave Montreal a bunch of a goalie, right? One of our goalies with a bunch of prospect or draft picks, basically 2 rounds, 2 second round picks, and a fourth for George Ainsworth, the best goalie of the league, boys. And they weren't even playing. They played him for 4 games, all right? Now, I know it might be a cheap move to do that, but they played him for only 4 games. If they're not going to play him, you might as well go with me, and I'm going to actually play him, you know? So, George Ainsworth, come with me. You're going to have a good time. So, we got a 5-star goalie at least in the net. We got also this one we went for Eddie Shore. So we went and got Eddie Shore, another 5-star potential, boys. Right now he's a 3.5. We got him in exchange for this guy and also a lot of draft picks. A lot of draft picks. You can really see that. And our last trade, we went and got a simple trade, this one. Earl Campbell, we just needed a better lefty. I was searching for a better lefty. I got it. So if we take a look at our trade offers, right? Take a look at our own thing. Our NHL drafts, we only have our first rounders. I was careful to not trade those first rounders, but that's the only thing we've got left. So we're only going to trade 1 player per year almost. It's rough, but that's just how it is, really. I don't really have a choice. We gotta do what we have to do, I guess, in order to make this team competable in the first year at least. So it's a little bit more respectable, even though we got all these little half and a half stars, but whatever. So we got all these. This is going to be our lineups right here, boys. Let's go ahead. Oh, hold on. We're in the preseason. Yeah, let's go ahead and go right into the main season right here. You already know how it is. I did extend the contract for George Ainsworth because he had 1 year left. So he's got 3 years now with us, 3 more years. So he's there to stay with the team, boys. He's staying with me, that's for sure. I'm not getting rid of him like Montreal would have probably done. So warning, players on your waivers. These 2, I'm pretty sure nobody's going to pick them up. So it doesn't matter to me. There we go. Okay, so sent to the waivers. So we got 2 big players. I got Shaq Forbes. Keeps getting into the waivers. He's a good goalie. But the Ottawa Senators are not playing him. I don't know why. John Ross Roach, another great player. Ottawa Senators, they have 2 great goalies and they don't play them. I know they have Clint Benedict, but still. They should probably trade these goalies instead of not playing them. It's good trade bait. I don't know, boys. Whatever. Let's just go ahead and start the simulation of this year. See how far we're gonna compete. We've got a great coaching staff, and we got really the best goalie in the year, right? The best goalie of the league right now. So let's see what we can do. Eddie Shore obviously is a great defenseman, but right now he's not at his fullest potential. So to make sure he does go there eventually, we just gotta win a couple of games here. I think we lost like 3 of those, so definitely it's gonna be a losing series this year. Oh shit, Benedict, what? Senators have claimed Benedict in the waivers, and I guess he got claimed by the Maroons. It doesn't clear waivers, claimed by the Maroons. Holy shit. Well, there we go. The Senators keep putting all their goalies into the waivers. Eventually, someone's gonna claim it, and they did. The Maroons claimed him. Oh, I would have claimed Benedict, boys. Oh, I would have claimed it, but I did not see that one coming at all. I really did not see that one coming. But the Maroons have him now. He would have been a great backup, but whatever. It's fine. Roy Waters in the Ottawa Senators. So they have so many goalies, I guess. That's why they have to put all these other goalies into the waivers, I guess. They have too many goalies over there in Ottawa, but not enough good players in the front. That's crazy. Let's take a look. We're at 6 games played, so let's continue. We need to make it quicker here. There we go. We're actually winning games here against the smaller teams, but we're definitely gonna lose against my old team. That's for sure. Alec Connell's gonna win against us. I built up that team big time. There we go. We're good here. Let's continue to win. That's Sammy Herbert. That was our backup right there. No way in hell was he ever gonna win a game. 9 games played, so we just need one more game to simulate, and we won it. I mean, George Ainsworth is doing a big difference, I feel like, right now. He's definitely doing a big difference because he's making us win a couple more games that we should. We have 4 wins at least, so 4 and 6. We are the second worst team, apparently. Well, yeah, we are the second worst team because Montreal has the same amount of points, but they have 2 less games played than us. I mean, we can still make it there. It's surprising that Montreal is so low, man. Boston is actually higher than Montreal. That's kind of crazy. Since we're 7th team, does it mean that how many games? We got 36 games, so even more games this year. Does it mean that the playoffs, where's the playoffs? I don't know. I don't think they're going to say it. I think they're going to say it for the playoffs, but I don't know if that means that in the playoffs that's going to be actually 4 teams instead of 3 teams. I don't know how that works. We got more chances at that, so Bill Cook, the best scorer right now of the league, 6 goals. All right, the 2 Bouchers, they're basically the best pointers. Man, there's a lot of points for Frank Boucher, man. He's the best player right now. Holy shit. Herbert is actually doing really good. These 2 are doing really good for scoring goals. We don't really have someone that can score points or do points, but we do have people that can do goals, that's for sure. Interesting. So Shabbat with 4 wins. Ainsworth for 4 wins. So, all right, he's in there, boys. He's in there. That's pretty good. Let's continue the simulation, I guess. We got a lot of things to do here, boys. Oh shit, we lost this game. That's not good. Let's continue. We got this, boys. Oh man, 6-0. At least we're not getting any players suspended. I don't want to jinx myself, but at least, you know, we're doing good on that part. There we go. A huge win against Montreal. Montreal is struggling. They're struggling, boys. So, I don't know. This might be our chance to pass them up. And if we actually do better than Montreal, a team that is basically was a dynasty not long ago, some kind of trade happened right there. There we go. I'm not gonna look at it. It doesn't look like a big trade. I don't recognize any of these names except from Half Skinner, which is just a veteran player overall. Let's go, boys. We got this. There we go. Ainsworth winning games for us. Winning a lot of games. We still have 4 games to simulate them. All right. Let's go. Yeah, we're actually winning a lot of games right now. Okay, I think our chemistry is going up then. Man, we're not going to win against Toronto, teams like Toronto and stuff. But if we continue to win against the other teams like this is going to go well, boys. There's another trade. Maroons are moving up big time. They're making a lot of moves right here. Okay. Yeah, they're making definitely a lot of moves, so that's interesting. Yeah, we're winning a lot of... Look, they're moving a lot. But it doesn't change anything because I keep winning against them. And look at this. We went from second worst team of the league to the third best team of the league. So we're doing fantastic right now. I don't want to change anything. I think our chemistry just simply went up. We're above 500 right now, which is really good. We're just below, I guess, the two teams. My former team that just won the cup and Toronto. So I think we're doing fantastic. Ottawa is finally having a little bit of a better time, I guess. Yeah, they have more wins than games, so I think they're waking up a little bit. I guess all these prospects they're getting on age. I don't know why Montreal's doing is so low though. I don't know that. They still have all these prospects players like Morans, Joliat, and stuff. I know they don't have Ainsworth anymore, but still. I don't know, boys. Duke Keats. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Duke Keats, there we go, is the best scorer. 12 goals in 18 games played. It's going to be a while since until we are actually going to have a record break for the season. It's going to be a while, boys. Drew Malone's going to stay in there for a while. Joliat, Moran, Stewart all have 11 goals. So their players on Montreal are scoring a lot of goals, boys. I don't know. I guess they're just not... they're producing. I guess they're just not helping the team overall. I don't know, boys. Gagne and Herbert both have 10 goals. That's really awesome. That's really awesome. They're doing fantastic. Frank Boucher is still the best player. 29 points. Interesting. We got all these players right here. There we go. Morans as always. What about Connell? Alec Connell is actually the best goalie right now. 13 wins. Or Ainsworth, he's doing fantastic right now. He played almost all the games. One of our goalies, our backup goalie, did go into the net for one of the games. So our history, of course, is not going to be too much because we are brand new. This is our stats right now. Let's take a look at the history for the league, though. Frank Nighbor went up. He just passed New Zealand for the amount of points in career. And Babe Dye is still on top. Very interesting. And also App Holmes is on top for the wins right now. But now that Ainsworth is actually the main guy, right? He can actually compete a little bit more. But it's not going to happen. Against App Holmes, he's actually in a good team compared to Ainsworth right now. It's not a good team, unfortunately for him. Another trade. Yeah, Maroons keep doing a bunch of trades. Look at this. They're trading everyone. Good lord. They're literally trading everyone they can think of. They're every day it looks like there's a new trade by the Maroons, which is something. Alright, let's continue, boys. We keep on winning games and we're gonna make it to the playoffs on our first year. I'm gonna call that a win. I'm not looking to get Stanley Cup this year. Absolutely not, because I know for a fact that even with the new additions we had at the last minute, like Ainsworth and Shore, it's not going to be enough to make any difference really in the playoffs itself. Against teams like Toronto and New York, it's not like they're too OP. They were been built up over the years and they're definitely on their prime, so it's no use. And even there, said that we are starting to lose games now, so we're going back down. We're starting to lose a lot of games. That's not good. We gotta win these games that we have against Montreal. There we go. These are huge wins that we gotta have. It's an overtime win though, so Montreal's gonna get a point out of that. We still want one more game. Let's go. There we go. We're good. Yeah, obviously we're good against the Maroons. There we go. And the Senators have re-signed Waters for 3 years. Well, now that they got rid of Clint Benedict, their main goalie. It's like when Montreal got rid of Vezina, I guess. Oh my god, that was something. So 30 games played. We are third now, third worst team. So I think we need to be at least 4 teams, and the 4 teams to make it to the playoffs. So still have a chance, boys, a slight chance, maybe passing. We're not gonna pass Montreal at this point, but we can pass Ottawa. We just gotta win against these 2 teams. I don't expect us to win against these 2 teams, but these 2 teams, we start to lose against them. That's when we lose the big gap we had. We had a huge gap on them. Well, not actually a huge one, but we were facing up against them big time, and we start to lose games. 18 goals for Baldy Cotton. Baldy Cotton. What kind of name is that? Holy shit. All right. New Neil Stewart with the most goals as well. Art Garnier is doing fantastic for us, though. I mean, he's a 2.5 star, and look at what he's doing. He's really doing fantastic. He's a really big-time scorer, I feel like. Frank Boucher got 43 points, so still the best player around. He's got a better season than last year. He's producing even better. And Moran's got 42 points. All right. Very interesting. So what about the rest? We got App Holmes with the most wins. Connell Dolson with 17 wins. Ainsworth's got 15 wins. I mean, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Where he's doing just fine. Let's go. Oh, we're losing against Maroons. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the worst team in the league. How come are we losing against the worst team in the league now? Alright, we just sealed our fate, boys. We're not making to the playoffs. We're not going to the playoffs. It's not that big of a deal. But, oh my god, come on. We're gonna lose every single last one of our games, right? Except the one with Montreal, that doesn't matter anymore. Regular season, yeah, it's 36 games. But we're not making the playoffs. I mean, they're far beyond that. That game that we lost against Maroons, that could have been 35 points. It wouldn't make it that much of a difference, but... Man, every point counts at this point. What are we doing? There we go. We won the game right here. Ottawa, we got to win this game. There we go. That's a huge win. Not that it's going to matter anyways. It's not going to matter, but at least we tried. So we dropped down during the middle of the season right here. Towards the end as well. We start to lose a couple of games. And we were doing just fine. In the second half of the season, we were doing fantastic. But we dropped down for some reason. I don't know why. So the best scorer of the league this year was Neil Stewart with 21 goals. And Duke Keith's not far behind, 20 goals. We've got the best player of the league. So Frank Boucher got beat. Moran's finished up as the best player of the league, 48 points. And Frank Boucher, 47 points. We got Neil Stewart, 42 points. We got all these. And Joe Primo. So we don't have any of our players that finished up in the top pointers. But for the top goals, we do. Art Gagne with 18 goals, so he definitely had a good year on goal-wise. He's a scorer, I guess, not really a pointer. App Holmes, that's really good. We've got Ainsworth. Fantastic player, boys. Ainsworth is just such a great player. Telling you, he's such a great player. It's just fantastic to have him around. And there we go. So I think he's the one that made most of the difference for our team this year. I'm not disappointed at all in our season. We did a lot better. I mean, as a brand new team, right? Not finishing last place, right? Is already something in itself. I mean, we can thank the coaching staff for all of this. Obviously, thanking the coaching staff and the new players, the veterans that we bring in. It's definitely going to make a difference. The finals looks like it was Ottawa versus Toronto, and Toronto won the cup, boys. First time for Ottawa going to the finals, for going to the playoffs at all. They go all the way to the finals, but they get beat. That's rough for them. That's rough. Toronto won the second cup in their history, so that's good for them, I guess. Really good for them. I gotta wait for Toronto to win against Bruins. Okay, the Bruins are gonna have a change here. Gotta wait for Toronto. So they defeated the Saskatoon Crescents to officially be crowned the Stanley Cup champions for the second time in their history. Let's take a look at the history right here. So there it is. Second time Stanley Cup champions. First time since the very first year. It took them that long, boys. They won the cup on the very first year of the NHL, but afterwards they had to wait 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 years, another 8 years before winning the cup under a different name too, under the St. Patrick's and not the arenas. But still, they did it. They managed to do it, and that's great for them, I guess. That's great for them. Let's take a look. I'm actually gonna go do my thing right now. Transactions, all this. See what kind of player is going to be in the free agency. All right, here we go. So we got 2 points for missing the playoffs. I did at least have a winning season, which means I had more wins than loss, or on par at least on 500. But it's still, I don't know, boys. It kind of felt weird right there. Let me just go ahead and do player management. Is that the one? To keep your players happy? Nope. Discipline. Maintain the order on discipline on your team. Keep my players happy. I want to try to keep them happy as much as possible. So let's go into the 1st of July and see what kind of changes for the team there is. I don't care, Disney. Fucking Disney. I don't care what's going on here. Magnificent. I don't watch that. Oh, big trade. Okay, big tough times happening. So New Zealand has retired, boys. The center has said that he had hope that he had another season in him, but his body was telling him otherwise. So he went off for one last year under his original team and decided to retire. He had a fantastic career, boys. Take a look at his career really quick. Good careers, right? He had 61 points at his first year under Montreal. Really great season. A 50-point here and there. He had a good year. Good seasons under Hamilton Tigers. He dropped off at this last year, and then he was traded to Montreal and wasn't really played at his fullest potential. So, but I mean, look at this. He's a 2-time Maurice Richard Trophy winner, 2-time Art Ross winner. And he's how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-time Stanley Cup champion. Good Lord. And 2-time Conn Smythe winner. 2-time Art Trophy. He's a legend. He's a legend. He's got so many trophies, boys. He's a good legend. He's a really good player. We got this Morris guy as well. Bernie Morris decided to retire. There we go. Western Hockey League out of business. So the Canadian League is officially out of business. It's only the NHL now. That's interesting. We got a brand new team. Chicago. Oh, 2 brand new teams. Hold on. We got a bunch of brand new teams. Hold on here. Yeah. The NHL is expanding big time. Drafts. We got now 10 teams, so that means it's a top 5 now. We could make it in the top 5. Top 5, boys. The 10 teams, 3 new teams in total. Take a look really quick. The 2 new teams. Yeah, all of this, all good. So historical notes. The NHL expanded by 2 teams. So okay, no, they expanded by 2 teams. They changed the name probably. Okay, interesting. Hold on. NHL expanded by 2 teams. WHL ceased operation. For this point forward, only NHL teams would compete for the Stanley Cup. So it's a lot more simpler. So the team changes. The Chicago Blackhawks has joined the NHL. They purchased the contracts of every player on the roster of WHL's Rosebud Portland. Interesting. So they have all their players. Except for those who had existing NHL rights, whatever. The Cougars of Detroit have joined the NHL. They have the Victoria Cougars contract players, except blah, blah, blah. The Calgary Tigers ceased operations, blah, blah, blah. All this. The Vancouver Maroons, okay. The Toronto St. Patrick's changed their name to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay, so now the St. Patrick's are no more. It's the Maple Leafs now, officially for good. That's interesting. Red owner in there. So we got the playoff changes as well. So really, now we got a lot of changes, but it's like 3 new teams. I feel like, right? Because we were a 7 team, not 8. Yeah, the New York Rangers is there. They didn't say that? Because, yeah, they didn't say it, I guess. But we got the Chicago Blackhawks, the Detroit Cougars, and the New York Rangers that are brand new teams, boys. The NHL is expanding like crazy right now. So I'm just going to do my thing. And I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Went ahead and did all the contract re-signings. There was a couple of free agents available, a bunch of 2 stars, so nothing too interesting, but I did get some because obviously our team needs those free agents. They need those 2 star players, absolutely. So I went ahead and re-signed a bunch of players, re-signed everyone. I'm not sure. There's still a couple of players waiting. Top for Girard is Vancouver right now. He's got a better offer for Vancouver. I'm going to try to get them as much as possible right there. Looks like I'm the best option for these 2 guys at least, but Girard is not. So I'm going to have to offer him an even better contract right there. I'm trying, but I don't think it's going to work, boys. Whatever. Let's just simulate until the next day, until the 3rd of July. Lovely, are you kidding? Negotiate offer. 2 years. There we go. How about that? Huh? How about that for response? You want that? And try harder? I will try harder. I need you guys anyways. I really need you to be on my team so I don't... Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay, I was about to simulate. I'm lucky that this is has a pop-up. So, I don't know. Where am I? 6th overall because of all these brand new teams. Oh, my God. That's a lot. Let's look at the players. Not really anything interesting anyways. Alright, so it wouldn't make any difference. Let's just pick until human, I guess. We only have 1 draft pick this year. Let's make it worth it. George Menta or March? I don't know which one. Who's got the most mental right now? I think, yeah, March would be the best option. So let's go for Mr. March right here. And the rest pick until human. We don't have any other draft picks. Since he's our 1st overall, we need to sign him on signed draftee. So we need to sign him. Actually, he's a 2-star. No, he's a trade bait. He's trade bait. So 2-star. I don't care for him. I'm not gonna use him. So let's just continue until they at least tell me that they signed with somebody or something. These 2 signed. At least good. So that's number 2. You're gonna be, I guess, because you can't be number 32. And same thing for you. You're gonna be number 42. There we go. But we are gonna take a look really quick. So we still have Herbert, lefty. Where is? Okay, so we got these 2 right here. So this guy is gonna go into the minors, boys. And these guys are gonna be playing. Same thing for this guy right here. Into the minors. There we go, boys. That's what I'm talking about. Right D. Do we have anything in the right D position? We're good. Left wing, we're good. Centers, right wing, there we go. So we just got our 2 lefties basically right here. I'm just assistant dress everyone. Let's take a look at the Hornets. They don't have anybody to sign. They all have 2 star. They're all on 2-way deals anyways. They're not being paid a lot. It doesn't cost me a lot to get them, to keep them on the team. I've got 3 lefties now. So I don't need 3 lefties. I'm going to be able to get rid of 2 of them at least. So that's good for me. A lot of trade baits right here. Let's continue until somebody decides. We got a center. We got a goalie. Are you serious? Okay, this guy doesn't want to... He needs much more money to be interested in. So we got a backup goalie, boys. Interesting. Number 12, you can't get that. So I guess just get number 11. It's the closest. Number 1, the closest to you is number 3. All right. There we go. So next up, but what do we have? So this is our new backup. Herbert, you're going to go into the minors. And Ohms is our brand new guy. One of these guys is going to have to get out of there. It's this guy. This guy is going to have to get out of there. All right. There we go. We're good, boys, so far. We're still waiting on one guy, one center at least, to say yes. He did. Okay, he said yes. All right, so he's in. Now that he's in, I can actually get rid of him or Phillips. Which one? Number 10. Okay, so it's going to be Dinsmore. Dinsmore, you're out of here. There we go. So we got our 4 centers. And that's pretty much what it looks like right now. So our team looks a little bit better overall, at least. So at least we got that going on for us. Let's continue right here. I'm going to find us a trade. Afterwards, I'll give it a call for the day. All right, here's the trade I found for us. The only trade we're going to be able to do for this year, because we don't have anything. And it's not a big trade or anything. Well, it's a big name, but he's not like he's getting old. But it's Frank Nighbor. Nighbor, which is the best player right now of all time, right? In points, at least. He passed New Zealand for the points. So in exchange for a couple of prospects that I had too much of them, so I can basically trade them. 2 centers, 2 lefties, and a goalie. And they were all in the minors. They were too much, so I can trade them. Trade bait, basically. So it's all good, boys. It's all good. Let's just force the trade right here. There we go. And we got the trade done. So Frank Nighbor is a 2.5 star. Not too shabby. I mean, he's definitely he's gonna have a good one, boys. I feel like he's gonna have a good time with us. Let's just take a look. So he's gonna be our main center. He's gonna be replacing this guy, which this guy is gonna go into the minors now. There we go. That's gonna put us, there we go, at the 4 centers. We got everyone in there for the main team. Let's just take a look. Lefty. We also, okay, so we still have 2 centers. We can get rid of one of these 2. So we can still do another trade. I want to see, the worst team could probably be Chicago. I want to try and trade for Chicago's drafts. Let's see if we can get a draft pick out of that. So Chicago, what do you have? All right, boys, so never mind that. I can actually not trade because a 4th round pick is worth for another team, in my opinion, is worth 2 stars. I don't have that at all, so I only have like a 1 star that I can trade for. So it's less than I thought. Unfortunately, we cannot even get a 4th round pick, so we're just going to keep those 2 players for now. Next year, it's going to be a good trade bait, I guess, to an add-on, if you want to tell it like that. So we did get Frank Nighbor, which is a good, decent player, right, to have on our team. Good, decent. He's even going to play on the first line, probably, because he's the best center we got. He's producing, you can see, more points in games and 2 years ago. And 31 points in 36 games is not too shabby. It's pretty good. 16 of mental. I mean, that's pretty good. He's the best player of all time right now. As you can see, he's our best player of all time. So when we were with the Hamilton Tigers, we went for New Zealand, which at the time was the best player of all time. We just did the same thing right here with Frank Nighbor. Hopefully he's going to be able to produce for us and do fantastic. We'll just see where this leads, basically. So remember to leave a like and subscribe for the video. I'll see you guys for the next one. Keep it easy.